So now I've left the grout to sit for, actually I've left it for about half an hour. You can leave it anywhere between 20 minutes, 15 minutes to 45 minutes, but you'll feel it when it's about time to start cleaning it. It depends on how wet or dry your grout was. It starts to move away in pieces of more like dry dust than like paste. When it starts to crumble away like that, where you can rub it and it comes up as a dust, then it's the time to start cleaning. So if you start rubbing it and it's still a bit kind of squishy, like this one, here's another one I'm working on. See, it's still kind of squishy, it rubs around instead of rubbing off. It's not ready yet. You need to wait a little bit longer. When it's ready, take a paper towel and start wiping away all the excess grout. I find small, quick little movements are more effective than big wipes, which have a tendency to maybe pull the grout out of the cracks or to make it set unevenly. So little circles, little movements, and you do that all the way around. That's my little guy in the background, wants some attention. That's okay, he's just gonna have to wait. In grouting, the times are essential, so if you can manage yourself a space where you're not going to have any distractions, then that's the best. Because if, for example, you waited a bit too long to do this cleaning, then the cleaning becomes much, much more difficult. Now you notice I'm also smoothing the edges as I go along and clean, and that presses the grout back in. In some places it might break off a little bit. Just take some pieces from the side and stick it back in. And we need to go in and make sure now that every tile is uncovered. Okay, so now we have revealed most of the mosaic. It's time to take a close look at the grout lines and at the tiles themselves and take off any place where there's a little bit too much. See here? Spilled out a little bit too much, it's not quite even. Give it a firm rub. Here, stuck a little bit on the tile. Give it a firm rubbing. And do that all the way around. And now, we're not looking so much at the tiles as at the spaces in between, that they're regular. Here, get that one off. Smoothing the edges. There's a bit that I missed there. You can go in with a gloved fingernail as well to get the really fine little sections. Little sections there. This is where small bits need to come off. You can also use a toothpick, a stick or a kebab stick. That's what I've got here, is a kebab stick. And just scrape off the last little bits.
Mama.
And then we do the same with the inside border.
Mama.
Okay, you can do that in a minute. Right now, Mommy's making a video. So, you rub carefully the inside, make sure that all the pieces of wood are covered. And then, pull the extras out of the corners with our stick. Okay. taking out all the leftovers. Doing this so the back doesn't get too dirty. So I'm going to take a clean piece of paper, do a good wipe on the inside of the mirror. Okay, just a few little messy spots left here. And once you've got all of the excess grout wiped away, you're really starting to see the end shape of the mosaic. It's not done yet though. Once the grout has fully cured, which will take another 24 hours, so tomorrow, it's time to do the finishing work. So once the grout is fully cured, you come back with a cloth with some vinegar and water or some glass cleaner, and you get all of the final little remnants of any sort of grout powders off of the mirror and off of the glass itself. You also take off your masking tape, and if you want to, you can paint the backs and sides, sign it, affix the hanging mechanism, and then you're done. So that's what you'll do tomorrow. I'm not going to do a video on that because it pretty much takes care of itself. So with this, our mosaic is finished except for the final cleaning and final finishing.